How's it going, guys? Welcome back to our channel. Today we're making a quick and easy delicious fried rice recipe packed with mushrooms and sweet peppers. This meal is perfect for a one-pan meal, healthy and ready in 15 minutes. So let's get cooking. We're starting with chopping up our ingredients. I have some yellow bell peppers that we're just going to chop up into tiny pieces. Because this is fried rice, I like to keep all the ingredients small. And then moving on to some jalapenos, not a lot. We don't want it to be super spicy, just enough to give it a little kick. And of course some onions. I'm using white onions, which you could also use red onions or whatever you have on hand. Some shallot is perfect in this recipe as well. I didn't have any, so we are using white. And then we have some fresh cilantro. I pretty much like to prep everything ahead, have everything chopped and ready to go, so when I start cooking we're ready. So first off, we have some lion's mane mushroom. These are my favorite mushrooms. They're packed with flavor and super healthy for us, for our gut, for your brain. Then we're going to move on with some assorted mushrooms as well that I have. Moving on to our pan, I'm going to go ahead and put down some olive oil. I like to use a nice good quality of olive oil. And then we're going to saute our onions and peppers together. I'm also going to go ahead and add in some garlic and mix that all up together. And next we're going to add in some chili pepper. Give that a quick mix as well. So on top of adding in our chili pepper, I'm also going to add in some dry flakes. And now it's time to add in all of our mushrooms. I like to put everything at once and have everything cooked together. Get all those flavors out and have it sauteed down. And then of course I like to season every layer as I keep adding in ingredients. So next we're going to add in some powdered garlic and some black pepper. And then I'm going to add in some Chinese 5-spice seasoning, which is perfect for this dish. It's packed with bold flavors in there. And our salt, of course. And then we want to give this a quick mix and make sure everything is coated with those seasonings. And then let it sit and cook down for a bit. But first we need to add in one last ingredient, which is going to be some sesame oil. Sesame oil brings out a lot of flavors. It's unique, its unique taste. It's very bold, so you want to put a tiny bit if you're not used to cooking with it. Now I like to make sure that my mushroom is cooked down a little. I like to see that little not burnt, but char look on them. Of course, you know, if you guys don't like yours to be cooked down so much, you don't have to. Alright, so I went ahead and emptied everything out, set that aside for a bit while we move on to our rice, starting with some olive oil in our pan, which is pretty hot. And then we're going in with our rice. I'm using a basmati rice. I like using this because it's nice and fluffy and it also tastes great. And then of course we want to season again with some salt and some black pepper. And also with our 5-spice Chinese seasoning, which is it have bold flavors in there, like star anise, some cloves, cinnamon, peppercorn, fennel seed. All of those are very bold flavors, and a little bit goes a long way. So you'd want to control how much you put in. And then just mix everything up. Make sure your rice is coated with all of those seasoning. And then for the next step, we're gonna add in some soy sauce. I'm using 2 different types. I have some dark and some light. I like to use both together as a combination so it balances out really well. You could use either or. I just like to mix it so it's a balanced ratio. And after mixing that up really nice, you just want to make sure if you have any lumps that you break them up. Make sure all your rice is coated with your soy sauce and the spices. And then it will be time to add back in our mushrooms and sweet peppers, onions with all of those flavors and get all of that mixed in. Along with our fresh cilantro that we chopped up earlier. And then again, you mix until everything is combined together. If you'd like at this point, you could taste it to make sure you have enough salt in there and adjust appropriately. If you want to put more, you know, pepper, you could do that as well and mix everything in. I am fine with the amount that we put in. So moving on. All right, and that is it for this recipe. I hope you guys try it and let me know in the comments what you think, where you're watching from. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share with a friend, and we will catch you on the next one. Enjoy!